Hey, we're joined by Bethany Bump. Hey!
Hey, Charlie, how are you?
So great to have you on as the year comes to a close. Last time we talked, everybody was losing their mind over high interest rates. It was crazy.
I know. And here
Hopefully,
we are.
yeah,
We made it.
hopefully we don't get back to that craziness, keeping an eye on everything that's going on, but we want to share great news while we have it. And you were telling me there's something really special going on with our clients who qualify to use the Texas Vet lending program. What can you tell us about that?
That's right. So Texas Vet program is essentially just an interest rate that you put on top of a loan program for your qualified veterans. So you can put it on a VA loan, an FHA loan, a conventional loan. And the benefit for our veterans that qualify for that are that the interest rates are super low right now. The base rate is at 5.35% today. And if you have over 30% disability rating, then that discounted rate is actually at 4.85%, which is extremely low. It's at least 2% lower than what you would get on a regular VA conventional loan right now. And good news is to qualify for that program, you have to be a Texas resident for at least one day.
Okay.
Or your home base where you entered service was Texas.
Okay.
So
Okay.
those,
So if you were a Texas resident when you enlisted, even if your service has taken you, let's say, to Missouri, and you're coming back to Texas for retirement or what have you.
yes, that is correct. So
Okay.
it's a great loan program. I just locked one today. Those interest rates aren't changing hourly like the rest of the market. They typically only update on Fridays. And
Okay.
so the rate is just amazing. And I have a lot of veterans taking advantage of that and saving hundreds of dollars a month in their payment.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, for those of you that may qualify for a TexVet loan, great interest rates available. If they want more information on if they qualify, probably the best thing would be just to reach out to you and say, "Here's my situation. Do I qualify for the program?"
Definitely. And we can get them set up to send in the paperwork, make sure they qualify, and let them know when their options are, even before going under contract.
We haven't heard
Um,
those kind of interest rates for quite some time, so we're excited.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's great news for our veteran buyers. For other borrowers who do not qualify for VA Tex Vet programs, whether it's FHA or conventional, I understand there's some updates in that world as well.
There is updates on that. For any of the clients that close on their purchase, if you're worried about interest rates on any of those loans, I'm offering a no lender fee refinance for up to 3 years after we close on your purchase, so that if those rates go down, you can take advantage of that refinance, and I'm not going to charge you again to
Wow.
do your loan. So if you are worried that rates are just too high and you're waiting for them to go down, my suggestion is don't wait, because prices are going to go back up once interest rates come down.
Yeah.
So get in, take advantage of the seller incentives that they're offering, the great prices that you're able to negotiate for them, Charlie. And then in the next 3 years, if those rates do come down, we can do their refinance at that point.
How's this for a plan? We try to get a seller to pay a bunch of money towards buying down interest rate. We do a 2-1 buy down program. And then right as they hit their ceiling, if rates are lower, you can refinance them.
Yes, no prepayment penalty on any of those in any of those programs that we use.
Okay.
So we can even do it if the time comes before they hit that 3 year mark when the rates go up. So at
That's
any
good.
time we can do that. And then in other great news, they've given the 2023 loan amounts for conforming limits, and just
Wait, what is a conforming loan? Describe that to people that don't know. I want to make sure everybody understands, including myself.
yes. So that's the limit that Freddie, Fannie, FHA, that's the amount that they're willing to insure, the government. And so anytime you go over that conforming limit, you get into more of a jumbo loan program, which is not backed. And typically those are going to be higher down payments, 10, 20% down minimum. They're going to be higher interest rates typically in a normal market and harder qualifications. So you've got to have high credit, you got to have a lot of money in the bank, you got to have great job history. So those conforming limits are a little bit more lenient and they have better terms for you as a buyer.
And you say those new limits are out. What are they for conventional, for example?
For conventional, we've gone up to $726,200.
Okay.
So what that means is you can get into a home with as little as 3% on a conventional loan up to about $748,000 sales price.
Wow.
Huge.
So $748,000 sales price, the 3% down. So the mortgage would be $726,200.
Exactly.
Okay. So the mortgaged amount is $726,000, not the home's price. So that was something that I didn't understand.
Yes, definitely. So really great news for us, especially with the house prices going up a little bit from what they were last year and last few years. So conventional and VA, that's going to be the loan amount limit. So
Okay.
$726,200. We also have VA programs up to $1 million with 0% down as well, but they're following suit with the conventional programs.
Okay. And is there any update for FHA?
There is. They just announced it at $524,400 for San Antonio and surrounding counties. So that's going to be your Kendall, Comal, Guadalupe. But if you get outside of that San Antonio limit, just call me because each county has different loan limits for the FHA program.
And lastly, we wanted to talk a little bit about just how interest rates in general have really taken an improvement for our buyer clients in the last several days since the beginning of November in particular. And I wanted Bethany to give a real world example of what we're looking at today versus just 37 days ago, because people were really freaking out in November. And I know a lot of people have said they're going to put their purchase on the back burner. Want to tell you now may be a time to reconsider a purchase, especially in light of the numbers that Bethany's going to share with you now.
So from November to now, we've seen about 0.8 of a difference in the interest rate. It has gone down in the last month or so, which is amazing. So just to put it in dollar figures, if you're purchasing a $500,000 house with 20% down, you're saving about $215 a month in interest now versus if you would have locked at the beginning of November with the interest rates that we're seeing. So, or if you want to keep that same payment from your November 1st numbers, since you are already know what those look like, you can get about $40,000 more in home for the same monthly payment as we were seeing in November. So we have seen a little bit of a break. So take advantage, especially with the free refinances for the next 3 years.
Fingers crossed. If they need to get a hold of you, Bethany, what's the best way to do that?
To give me a call, my phone number is 210-854-4460. You can call or text me, and I'm happy to help if you need anything.
Awesome. If you need to get a hold of me, if you're looking for a realtor to help you with this, 210-478-8555. Bethany, high five.
Woo!
All right. I like the update. And next time there's some great news to share or other news to share, we will share it because our goal is to cut through the noise. There's a lot of just weird news out there. You see those headlines, you think the sky is falling. That's what those headlines are designed to do, is to get you to click. If you ever want to know the truth, you can come to us and we'll tell you exactly what's happening, whether it's good or other. We will share exactly what's going on. But my impression is there is a lot more good news than the media would have you believe right now in the home buying world, especially in Texas.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'd say is where you're seeing falling prices, et cetera. Remember, everything is localized when it comes to real estate, and we are here to help you. Bethany, thanks for your time today.
Thanks for having me, Charlie.